Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Sidney Quesnelle, star of the Hallmark Plus show, The Chicken Sister. Sidney takes on the role of Teen Amanda. Join us as
Hi.
we dive into Sidney's insights into her character and the challenges of filming this show. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me again. Hi. So excited to be back and this time for a series.
Me too. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in the Chicken Sisters?
Yeah, so I actually get to play Teen Amanda, which is really exciting. It was my first recurring role in a show. It's just a couple of episodes, but still very exciting. It's funny, I auditioned for a different character, and then during the callback, um, they kept referencing how similar I was to Schuyler, who plays the adult Amanda. Um, And then they changed the role from like it was just supposed to be like an actor role, like no lines kind of thing, to then I got to actually create a character. It was really intimidating because I did my first day before Skylar did her first day. And so I didn't have any reference material. I was like, well, I hope we just get the same thing from this script. And same with our accents. I didn't get to hear her accent before I did my accent. So that was a little bit intimidating. But yeah, she's just a little hometown girl. She's a little country girl who just is excited to work in her chicken shop with her mom. And even though she doesn't eat chicken.
Great. And what initially attracted you to your role in this show?
Well, actually, I just signed with a new agent, and this was my very first audition with this agent. And so really, any role that I audition for that has a book, I always read the book before I submit my audition, which I know is impossible sometimes, especially because we have like 24-hour turnarounds. But honestly, I read the book and I was like, my mom would love this. And so I was like, I want to get on this show so bad because my mom would just like, and it's not available in Canada yet, so she hasn't watched it, but she's visiting. I'm in LA right now. She is visiting next month, so I'm gonna make her watch it because I know that she's gonna love it.
Amazing. And what do you think makes this show so special and captivating?
It's so different to what Hallmark usually does. And like that's not in a negative or in a positive way. It's just like unique. And it being on Hallmark Plus, I think it just gives Hallmark such a different way that they can go. Like they have so many more opportunities. But this show is so interesting because I'm watching it right now. The new episode, I haven't watched it yet because my partner's out of town and I'm not allowed to watch it until he's here because we're actually fans of the show now. I think that the show really shows women going through their trauma in different ways and how they express it. And there is a lot of victimizing mentality, but there's also like the way that Genevieve plays her character, Mae, is so incredibly like in the book, she was so one-dimensional, but there's just so many layers to her that I hated her in the book, love her in the show. Like she is my favorite character. And I think that it's like obviously I love Amanda, duh. But like I think that May is just so it just shows like because I'm from a small town, moved out, and a lot of people can relate to that either if you stayed in your hometown or if you left and how you're still tied to it. I think that there's something for everyone.
Great. And what do you hope audiences will take away from watching this show?
I think just remembering that everyone has their own perspective of a situation and how quickly things can get out of hand if you don't stay to your true self. Because there's a lot of times I'm sure that you've experienced this too, and everyone who's watching this, where you get really heated in the moment and realizing that like anything you put online is permanent, anything you say, like even an interview like this, like you don't really edit them. Like I just need to remember what I'm saying and make sure that everything is okay. But it's just like being mindful of how you treat people and acknowledging other people's circumstances in the moment before you do something. And again, that's why May is so interesting because the whole time she's like, well, I only did this. Oh, I hear it now. And I just love that. that she has so much character growth in like just a couple of episodes. Like she's just grown so much, but then she also gets drunk and ruins something. Spoilers for episode 2, but it's just like being mindful and recognizing everyone is the main character to their own story, I think.
That's amazing. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Oh my goodness. So I've worked with some of them now on a different project I just wrapped on, and we were just talking about how like this set was so what Vancouver needed at the time. Like I feel like there was a lot of shows filming in Vancouver that were really like go 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 and really intense, and all the shows were really dark. And then I got to Chicken Sisters and I was like, everyone's laughing. Everyone's having a good time. Like Annie and Kimmy were just like an absolute hoot. And our first scene was pretty intense. It was, if you've seen the show yet, it was the scene where Mae's trying to leave and I'm trying to stop her from having a panic attack. But it was still just like so free. And we filmed so many versions of it, of like improvising it. Like we had the script and then we just improvised a bunch of different versions as well, just to get the feel for it, because it was day one. But
Yeah,
yeah, it was just like filmed in Langley, a little tiny soundstage, but it was just so good. Everyone cared so much. It was just so lovely.
great. And what can you tease about your character journey?
I can tease that there is a lot of innocence in my character when I get to portray her. When where I am in her journey, because again, I'm just a younger version of her.
Yeah.
There's just so much innocence, and I'm grateful that I got to play that. Which is, I'm not going to reveal my age here, but let's just say that the guy who plays my boyfriend is much younger than me. And it was just interesting chatting with him and like remember and like hearing about him and his girlfriend and how they met and everything. And I was like, wow, okay, like we play so many high school students on TV that I really think that this Amanda is just so innocent and excited, and it's a good way to take on the world, I think.
Amazing. And the last question about the show. What was your favorite scene or moment while filming the Chicken Sisters?
Oh, whenever I filmed with Wendie, she's just so amazing. Wendie, who plays Gus, my mom, I love her. And working with Lea Thompson. Hello. That was just like I walked on set and I was just like, oh, oh wow. Okay, right. And a day that I had to chase around chickens because I grew up on a like a bit of a farm situation, like not me personally, but my stepdad had a farm. And the chickens got out at one point, and me and the girl who played my sister, Mae, Haley, we both are familiar with farm animals, so we helped like gather up the chickens. And I think that was my most fun part, other than just working with Wendie. Anytime with Wendie. Green room, on set, on scene. And meeting Schuyler, even though we didn't work together, but meeting Schuyler was amazing. She's such a light. If you can get her on the show, I hope you do. She's amazing.
Great. And the last question, can you tease something about your next projects?
I can't say what it is, but I can say that I got to film my first Christmas movie, which was very
Oh,
exciting. I do play a queer character. I'm not like the main romantic partnership, so that's why there's no spoilers there. But my character is queer, which is really exciting. And I will say I'm in the countdown to Christmas, but I can't say where. So we will see. I just wrapped that about a week ago. So we shall see how that one goes, but I'm very excited about that one.
amazing. So thank you for being with us and make sure to coach the Chicken Sister on Hallmark Plus. And thank you again and thank you all for watching.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye!